The history of Jewish immigrants in Serbia is marked by religious persecution and social exclusion, yet it is also a story of resilience and cultural contribution. Jews first arrived in the region as early as Roman times, but it was during the Ottoman Empire's rule over Serbia, 15th and 19th centuries, that Jewish communities began to grow more significantly. Sephardic Jews, expelled from Spain in 1492, found a relatively tolerant environment within the Ottoman Empire, and many settled in Serbian cities like Belgrade, Niš, and Novi Sad. These early communities established synagogues, schools, and businesses, integrating into the local economy despite their minority status. However, even under Ottoman rule, Jews faced certain restrictions. Although the Ottoman Empire was more tolerant compared to Western Europe at the time, Jews, like Christians, were considered dhimmis, non-Muslims with second-class status. They paid a special tax, jizya, and were subjected to various limitations in their social and legal rights. Periodic outbreaks of violence and anti-Semitic sentiment, especially during times of political instability or war, made life precarious for Serbian Jews. The situation worsened in the 19th century when Serbia gained autonomy from the Ottoman Empire and eventually achieved independence. The newly established Serbian state, with its strong Christian Orthodox identity, enacted discriminatory laws against Jews. In the 1830s and 1840s, Serbian rulers such as Prince Miloš Obrenović implemented policies that restricted Jewish residency to certain areas, limited their commercial rights, and subjected them to higher taxes. Anti-Jewish sentiments were often fueled by economic competition and religious prejudice, which led to social exclusion and isolation of Jewish communities. Despite these challenges, Serbian Jews made notable contributions to the country's cultural and economic life. They were active in trade, crafts, and later, as the community modernized, in medicine, law, and education. The Ashkenazi Jews, who began arriving in larger numbers in the 19th century from Central Europe, added to the diversity of Serbian Jewry, bringing different traditions and further enriching the community's cultural fabric. The rise of nationalism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries intensified anti-Semitic attitudes. Jews were often scapegoated during times of economic hardship, and this exclusion persisted even as Serbia expanded during the Balkan Wars and World War I. However, many Serbian Jews displayed loyalty to their homeland, with some fighting in the wars for Serbian independence. The darkest period came during World War II, when Nazi Germany occupied Serbia. The collaborationist regime and Nazi forces systematically targeted Jewish communities, leading to mass deportations and executions. The Holocaust nearly eradicated Serbian Jewry, with most Jewish communities destroyed and synagogues desecrated. By the war's end, a once thriving community had been reduced to a fraction of its pre-war population. After the war, the few Jewish survivors faced the challenge of rebuilding their lives in a socialist Yugoslavia, where religion was suppressed, and many chose to emigrate to Israel. Today, the Jewish community in Serbia is small, but continues to preserve its heritage through cultural and educational efforts, reflecting a legacy of survival and adaptation despite centuries of religious persecution and social exclusion.